It's so important. I actually have a new podcast that just came out with World of Wonder, who's producing it, and it's called You Brita Vote.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and it's amazing, and I've been recording it since February, and I've gotten so many incredible individuals, activists, organizers, political electorates that have joined me, who have really, I think it's really important. People get so excited about a presidential election, but they sometimes forget about the local elections. And I mean, this year is exactly one of those. It's a lot of local elections going on, and it's so important to know that everything starts from the ground up. And what happens in your community at the local level, baby, it just trickles its way all the way up. And so we need to make sure that our voices are being heard. And that's why I'm so happy that Vote Early Day is getting the good word out. I have tons of friends who voted early today, and it's so nice to see them with all their little stickers sporting it around. I think
The
that's
ultimate
another way
accessory.
to get people to know that there's an election going on, because you can't miss that sticker, honey. And you want to make sure you get it when you vote early, so you can let everyone know. It's a nice little way to let everyone know that, like, hey, I voted early, but so can you too, sis.
You get 10 days to show it off. So
yeah.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to vote early after we're done here. My local polling place closes at 6. I'm going to vote early after this.
Yay!
Because in my local election, we have a mayor on the ballot, and we have half our city council on the ballot, and we have local education funding on the ballot. So I am absolutely going to get out and vote early for all of that stuff.
Yes, and it's so important. It's so important. I mean, people think that that we can't change things within our community. Like, I mean, truly, voting it changes everything. If you're unhappy with, literally, if you're in New York, the trash on the street, if the trash is piling up and they ain't doing it, baby, you gotta contact your city officials and get it together. And if that person ain't doing, let's vote someone else into office to get it done, honey.
Absolutely.
And that's something we've been talking about throughout this whole day, is hearing from people about the impact that these local races have on folks' everyday lives, because we always see the headlines about what's happening in Congress or what the president is doing, but the things that are going to affect your day-to-day life so much more are what your mayor's doing, what your city council is doing, and all of those little governing boards are going to be on the ballot this fall. So, I mean, you've been touched on this a little bit, but why is it so critical that people turn out in a year like 2021 that just doesn't have that same sort of spotlight as the presidential election we just had?
I mean, definitely because of local issues. If there's tons of things that are going on everywhere, and it has a giant impact on the presidential election. I mean, these local elections really do impact the entire country. And people are seeing what's going on in different states, and other states might try to emulate what's happening, whether it's good or bad according to the person. But making sure that you're voting and making sure that your voice is heard means that you had an opportunity to really make change, or to make your wherever you're living better for you and your community and your family.
Awesome. Absolutely. And you're getting a lot of love in the comments here. People love the idea of getting people out to vote and have their voices heard. I know that Andrea will have some follow-ups on this, but we were blown away yesterday when we got a little sneak peek of the video for Vote Early Day that was put out by Jet. So I just want to know, how did that come together? How did you pull that group together, and what inspired that video to come together?
There's a bunch of queens here, and me being here and being a national co-chair, we also have Marty Gold Cummings, who is who ran for city council a few elections ago. And we kind of have our community together. We know that we are the queens, and we are making change within our community and to get the good word out. So we got so many queens that we work with who also like admire what we're doing and want to be a part of it. It's just so important. And to see these other drag queens who don't, you don't necessarily have to be involved, to really come together to make an impact by putting out this little, by looking gorgeous and putting out and putting out facts about voting early and why it's important. So yeah, I'm so happy that we all came together to do this video, and it looks really good. You can check it out on at Drag Out the Vote on our Instagram. I also posted it on my Instagram at the Brita Filter, and you know, we always have so much information about voting, getting registered, you know, if you aren't registered, or I'm always registering people at my shows, which is so important. Yeah, I'm truly, I'm gonna find y'all. If y'all ain't registered, I'm gonna find y'all and I'm gonna get y'all. We gonna register you. We're gonna make sure you know why it is important to vote. Why it's important, how much it can affect everything that's going on.
Don't you dare come to a Drag Out the Vote show being unregistered to vote.
Yeah,
yeah. Listen, I'll find you, baby. I'll get you.
And they will register you. It will be intense.
Right,
so,
right.
What was that video like? Because were there any fun clips that didn't make it in? Because like I know that you know you really have like a minute, and you all cut these together from queens across the country.
Yeah,
what didn't make it in?
Every single video I make for Drag Out the Vote is hilarious because it is just me and my camera, and there's so many takes of me either messing up or, you know, I want to make it exciting for people. So it's truly just me talking to myself and be like, oh, that didn't work. Let me do it again. So it's there's no outtakes, but hopefully before the election starts, you'll get to see some of those cute little outtakes, baby.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious, you talked a couple times about the importance specifically with the LGBT community that you connect with so often. And why is it so important for that community to turn out in a year like this?
Well, you know, voting affects all of us, but I think especially, you know, to make sure that there is equality for all of us, especially our community. I think that being a drag queen, there's so many allies as well who watch RuPaul's Drag Race. So, you know, being a queen from that show and having this platform, it's just really important for me to use my platform to good and to make sure that everyone is aware of beyond our community, but also like the people that love and support drag. You know, drag itself is a protest in itself. Like me getting up in this, I'm a man in a dress. I look damn good, but but you know, it's a protest in itself, and it's how drag queens started, especially with, you know, the Stonewall riots that went on in 1969. We have the Sisters of Perpetual Help who were in San Francisco, who helped us out during the HIV and AIDS crisis. So, you know, I'm really trying to carry that flag and to wave that flag around and be like, we're still political, we're still protesting, you know, and we're still making sure that we're looking out not only for our community, but for our allies that support us as well.
Amazing. Well, just one of the last questions I wanted to ask you. You mentioned that in the next couple of days, in these final 10 days leading up to Election Day, we're going to see a bunch of new exciting outfits, which that alone is going to be a very, very big deal. But what will you and the folks at Drag Out the Vote be doing in the final days leading to Election Day, November 2nd?
Yeah, you know, we have so many great things planned, a lot of things online that we're still doing to try and get like the mass word, because I feel like the online is the way to really just get a bunch of people by posting a video. So we're going to be doing cute little videos, cute little campy things coming up in the next few weeks. And also Halloween is coming up, so we're going to be tying in some Halloween and some voting things. It's going to be super, super exciting. And I hope that everyone will just follow Drag Out the Vote to get the scoop and to see all the exciting things that we're doing, and so that you can participate in our democracy.
Yes.
Absolutely incredible.
Can't put it better.
Well, Brita, it's been an absolute joy to have you on our Instagram Live. This is the perfect way to cap off our Instagram Lives for Vote Early Day 2021. Before we wrap up, I did want to give you one last chance to share anything that you want to say to the voters who are thinking about casting their ballots early on this Vote Early Day in our final hours here.
Listen, I went ahead and I figured out when I'm going to be voting early so I can plan it in my schedule. And I'm gonna be going on Tuesday this week because I got a day off. I'm a sissy my walk all the way to the polls, and it is so important. And it for you to just, you know, schedule it. It's so much easier if you schedule it instead of waking up damn early before work on the day of. So I want everyone to practice voting early. It's super easy, and I wish everyone to stay safe and best of luck out there. And if you want more information on Drag Out the Vote, please visit us at Drag Out the Vote here on Instagram, or you can visit us online at dragoutthE.vote. For all your info, all the tea, everything that's going on. We have some events coming up. We have giant fundraisers, so please check us out. And if you're in New York, come to a show and listen. I'll register you to vote, honey.
Well, we got big elections in New York and all across the country. So thank you so much, Brita. Thank you so much to our partners at Drag Out the Vote. It means the world to us to have you here. And I think that you heard exactly what you need to hear. If you don't get a chance to vote today, make a plan and make sure that you get your ballot cast, because you don't want to wait until election day where there's so many of those hurdles that often trip people up. Voting early eliminates those and makes sure that every voice is heard and every vote is counted. So thank you again, Brita. We're going to sign off at this point. I hope that folks will visit you at your Instagram, at your Twitter, as well as all the other ways to connect with the amazing work that you all are doing. So we'll talk to you all soon. We'll continue the celebration all the way to the end of Vote Early Day. Take care, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye.